Hi everyone, welcome to Pbolic Notes. My name is Michael Kirkchin. Welcome to our channel. Today is Thursday, March the 24th, 2022. Today's video that I'll be doing is going to be one that I'll be doing the charts to compare some of the indicators and some of the tokens in the cryptocurrency space that was asked for one of our comments on our channel by Ankur. Ankur, thanks so much for watching the videos and also for giving your feedback. And a couple of days back, he had asked to do the charts for Luna, Cardano, also XRP, to also compare it to Bitcoin and to Ethereum. So that's going to be my basis of this vlog today. So let me get started with that. Before I do so, please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Also put notifications on, that way whenever new videos are posted, you get an automatic email right away. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm doing here is just sharing my knowledge. I have both these tokens, which are going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum. And whatever we're discussing here, do your own research and double check with your own financial advisor before taking any action. I will get started right away and share my computer screen with you. And on the screen, what we're looking at right now is going to be the Bitcoin chart. So what we're going to see here is, so Bitcoin today is trading around approximately $44,000. And what I like doing with Bitcoin is just to get an idea, to kind of see where it may go. If it does hit and go above this two moving averages, which are going to be the 20-week SMA and a 21-week EMA. And it also like to kind of do a quick Fibonacci analysis with Bitcoin, because I like to kind of show you where the potential would be if it does go above these indicators. So obviously, if Bitcoin stays in this bear market territory, which is kind of down here, then all bets are off. But if it does go above these two indicators, then I'll be paying close attention to what's going on, not just with Bitcoin, but also, of course, with the altcoins such as Luna, Cardano, and XRP. With Fibonacci retracements, there's different ways of doing it. Today, I'm going to look at it basically by putting the important points at the spots that we saw Bitcoin hitting, where it had, let's say, congestions done, and just to see kind of at which points is it going to be looking interesting. And also afterwards, we'll also do a retracement scenario, and then just kind of assess where it might go. And afterwards, from then on, we can also then do a quick comparison with these other tokens that we're comparing it to. So the way I'm picking my spots over here is kind of wherever Bitcoin had hit a bottom, or let's say it got to a certain point where it was hitting support. Those ones, I'll be the ones picking as my points of inflection. And then afterwards, just basically basing my analysis on those points. I think I'll do a couple more, because really with Fibonacci analysis, you can do this forever. And then the way I'm going to be doing it basically is kind of focusing on the important points. I think I'll do a couple more here, just for argument's sake. So this looks like a very important point as well. And then after, what I'll do is that then I'm going to kind of find the spots where we saw it repeating many times. And those ones are going to be the ones that I'll be kind of setting as my points that I'll be taking into consideration. You see over here, this point seems to have been hit multiple times. This one as well. And so over here, there's a whole bunch of points that were hit, let's say once. This point here looks like it was hit a couple of times. So we'll keep this point as well. And the other marks, I don't think they can be really important, because they're really seem like very low. And really, unless if you're completely bearish on Bitcoin, we can't see it going at those territories that are, let's say, below $14,000. Really, whoever's looking to buy Bitcoin at less than $14,000, I mean, the chances of that happening are going to be slim to none, really. Of course, not financial advice. Who knows how the world will advance over the next little while? But obviously, myself, I'm very bullish on assets that do appreciate in time, such as real estate, such as Bitcoin, and so forth. So that's why for me, I'm of the opinion that, for the long term, this would be a winner. So if you look at what's happened basically with those points, so if you look at where it looks like we are right now hovering in this range of approximately, let's say $44,000 US dollars. And it looks like this could go on for a long time. So we've been at this point really plus or minus since early January. And so Bitcoin really, it could stay here forever. I mean, it could really, but obviously it won't. But as long as it's staying in this territory, I would say that I'd be hesitant in putting more money into altcoins, even though some of the altcoins will be performing and doing very well. Once Bitcoin does go in let's say the bull market territory, which is going to be somewhere around here. And now this could take a long time. It may take a long time to get there. But once it does do that movement upwards, that's when we'll be looking at the altcoins and trying to figure out which ones are going to be behaving better versus Bitcoin. So if you look at this this chart with the Fibonacci, I kind of see that it wouldn't surprise me if Bitcoin goes into the $51,000 range. I mean, the important thing would be for it to hold it there, so that way it would have set on the weekly candles kind of a new close in the bull market territory. That one would have been in the range where all of a sudden we have gone above the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA. In the meantime, what I would like to do is kind of now compare these tokens that were requested, which are Luna, Cardano, and XRP, and compare them basically with Bitcoin, and just to see how they are behaving, especially on the weekly chart. So if I look at what's going on with Luna versus Bitcoin has been a very, very bullish token. It's understandable because Luna went on a bull run in last little while. And if you look at this, really since February, it's had a very nice bull run. It's gone basically from, if you look at the ratio of Luna versus Bitcoin, it's gone from 0.001 to 0.002, meaning that it's really doubled. So you'd have had a double the returns of buying Luna in early February versus Bitcoin. So that's great for the investors. And if I could kind of keep the same idea, and just to compare this with Luna, compare basically with what it would do with Ethereum, we see that versus Ethereum on a weekly chart, it's not as let's say bullish as it was been against Bitcoin. So it looks like versus Bitcoin versus Ethereum, since February had a bull run, it went really at a very nice ratio from 0.017 to 0.03. So kind of, let's say not double, but let's say a 6-7% better performance than Ethereum. But since then, it's kind of hit like this wall here. So it looks like at this point, since March, let's say for the last like 10 days, Luna Ethereum is kind of oscillating. So meaning that, and if I look at this chart on the actual, if I go to TradingView and chart Luna, the weekly chart, we're going to see that on Luna versus USD on the weekly chart, that really it is kind of at this stage of it's kind of I mean, the weekly doesn't really give me that indication, but we do see that it's hit this point here, which really this is going to be the resistance that has to break, okay, for it to be making any serious move upwards. So far, it never been able to go, let's say, above $100, $100 US dollars. I mean, except there's this wick here that went to 110, but that was really just once. So really, I'm going to make sure that if I'm going to be buying Luna, I'm not sure if I'd be very comfortable buying it at this range right now where it's at. I mean, if I'm holding, I think I may take some profits, or I may hold some, but I don't want to see a move, a serious move upwards with some good volume here for this to be a bullish sign. So that's why I believe with Luna, the way I would see it is, for now, I look at it as kind of a hold mechanism. If I compare now what's going on with Cardano. So Cardano, it's had an interesting week, that's for sure. And Cardano versus Bitcoin on the actual Yeah, so look, I mean, really Cardano versus Bitcoin, it has been bleeding since August of last year. And so this is not a good indicator of how for Cardano, because basically against Bitcoin, it looks like really it's got to a key point right now where it was bleeding since last August, and now we're at this stage where is it going to be really having a breakout versus Bitcoin? And also, if I compare Cardano versus Ethereum, is it kind of behaving the same way, or is it it looks like yes versus Ethereum as well, it hasn't really done so. Maybe now it's going to be changing trends. Okay, let's see how it behaves over the next little while. Does it get better over the next little while, or is it just going to be a one of those things where all of a sudden it tried like over here, which was back in January, where it tried kind of going start going this trend upwards, and it had resistance and it came back down again. So I'm very curious to know how Cardano behaves over the next little while. But it has not been a great performer versus Ethereum, nor against Bitcoin. And against Bitcoin, it's been very bearish since September. Against Ethereum, it's been very bearish since August. And if I look at really what Cardano's been doing, let's say against the US dollar, ADA USD, let's type this properly. So really against the US dollar, we see that on the weekly chart, it's really been bleeding against the US dollar as well. So basically, it had this very bearish run really since going back to September. And if I look at this, what's going on the weeklies, just to get an idea about how we're doing, let's say with the moving averages. I'm sorry, on the daily chart. So on the daily chart, we noticed that Cardano really has been in a bear market. Really, I mean, I have this trend line put here as well. If I remove this, we see that really every single time, and this is going back to September 2021, but every single time that Cardano tried to make a move upwards, every single time there was issues. So and really, we're seeing as well that you see like here. I don't want to go back too far back. Let's go back to, let's say, August of last year. But August last year, all of a sudden there was this massive volume here, and it had a negative effect. Then we had this big volume here again. Again, this was a negative effect. And so basically, we're seeing that each time that there was a big volume movement, except over here, we saw that basically it was it went up, then went back down again. But it looks like there's been the big volume movements have not been able to sustain, have not been able to do anything to change this trend. So I'm now again seeing volume movement here, big volume. So I'm curious to know if this time is it going to be able to kind of reverse trend and start doing a move upwards, or is it going to be really doing another one of those things where it hits a wall and goes back down again? So we're going to be paying close attention to this, and I can make an update to this video in the next couple of weeks, looking at how Cardano behaves versus Bitcoin, Ethereum, and also, of course, against the US dollar. Last but not least, is going to be XRP. XRP is, I own XRP, just full disclosure. It is one of the tokens that I do own as well. And XRP is one of those tokens that really had a very interesting run, really. It's, I mean, with the SEC litigation and so forth, but it looks like against Bitcoin, it has been negative really since 2018. Because if I go to over here, which is from November of 2018 and downwards from there, really, it's been a negative trend. And if I look at XRP versus Ethereum, it's again one of those things where again, very interesting. On a weekly chart, it has been really bleeding. Yeah, it's definitely been bleeding against Ethereum. I mean, if I've gone back quite a bit here, so it looks like against Ethereum, XRP went on this nice run. I mean, it's very interesting when we look at the charts where the image really gives us the full story. So if we go here, we noticed that what XRP did, so it had this in 2017, there was this parabolic run. And then from January 2018 all the way through September, so really almost that full year, it did nothing against Ethereum, just kind of oscillated up and down, just did the same thing. Then afterwards, it actually went parabolic. So it went, I mean, if we do the math, I mean, 0.0009 all the way up to 0.0033. So that was really, I mean, an investor who had bought, that's almost 0.001 up to 0.003. I mean, they would have done, if somebody had invested in XRP in August 2018 versus going to November 2018, so that full, let's say 3-4 months, they would have done a 3 times better buying XRP than buying Ethereum, right? But that would have been it, because afterward, from then on, from this point onwards, where it hit 0.0034, all the way down here, now it's gone down to 0.0002. So it really has been a massive drop. So the investor that actually bought, that's why it's so difficult to time these markets. So whoever had bought XRP here, and unless they sold out here over here and sold at the top, if they held on today, they basically are a lot lower. So that means versus Ethereum. So that's why, because if I look at what's going on here with XRP versus Ethereum, it's been bleeding since December 2018. And if we do the math properly, I mean, right over here, and this is like really easy to see. If I go 0.0035, I'll just put an Excel file here just so that we can see what numbers are doing. So just to get, I want to give exact details, so I don't want to be saying wrong numbers here. But if I look at, so here it was at 0.00, let's say 33. So it's 0.0033. And then if I go over here at towards the end, today it's at 0.3 zeros and 27. So basically it's going to be at 3 zeros and 27. So meaning that if I look at this ratio, so I mean, somebody, you would have been versus Ethereum, XRP has kind of gone 12 times lower in the last a short little while, which is in the last like let's say not even 4 years. So so that's why it hasn't really been a great token. I mean that all the rumors about what it's going to do and so forth hasn't really materialized. So today, where it's at right now versus Ethereum, it's definitely still hasn't changed. I would say that it's still in bear market territory. And if I look at what XRP has been doing really against the US dollar, just to see if there's anything that's worthwhile going on here. So it looks like versus the US dollar on the daily charts. So it looks like we're going to be basically, it's above. So today, which are we're over here, we're basically still below the 200-day moving average on the daily chart. But as far as the 100-day and the 200-day, I'm sorry, the 50-day and the 100-day moving averages, we're already above those moving averages. So that's a good sign. So on the daily chart, it looks like it's been bullish really since early March. It's gone from 71 cents to 84 cents. So that's kind of, I guess, a 15-20% increase. And if I look at what the weekly chart is going on as well, so as far as the weekly chart is concerned, again, I mean, it's one of those things where I would kind of see what it does. I'm seeing here that it had a double top formation here. I mean, really almost a triple top. I mean, even though triple top isn't really a real formation, but here we see that it had this high here, then it had it went down, then it tried going up, and it hit a lower top, went down again, then it went over here again, a lower top. So this really is a very bearish signal. And once it broke this, I guess once it broke this the double top formation, this was a very bearish signal, and it did go down from 91 cents all the way down potentially to 61 cents. So that really is almost a 50% drop for XRP. Currently, it looks like it's since January of this year. It looks like it's on an uptrend. But personally, I wouldn't be putting, I don't think, more funds into XRP until really on the long-term cycle it shows some more hope. For now, I would say that I'll keep a close eye on it. But looking at versus Ethereum and also versus Bitcoin, it doesn't look bullish at all. So Ankur, I hope this helps. I hope this is good. You'll enjoy it. And for anyone else as well, if there's any comments, any feedback, please don't hesitate to share. And also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you so much for watching.